Welcome to the tutorial. Know about electrical panel and maintenance.
Electrical panel, revision 4. Tutorial lessons, from parts 13 and 14.
Electrical panel, part 13, control system explain. In electrical panels there have different types of equipment are installed and each of which requires separate controls. The main circuit breaker of the MSB is an air circuit breaker, which requires a control system. Controls are using for the protection of overcurrent, short circuit and earth fault relay. Control circuits are important in various types of electrical equipment. The control of each device has a fixed and planned logic, for which different types of control components are used. Control circuits are very simple, but it will be complicated if you do not know how it works. Understanding the control schematic diagram properly will make the control system easier. In all control systems, only one phase line is used for the circuits, which is a very low voltage. The voltage normally used for the control circuit is AC or DC below 60 volts. Repair and maintenance can be done easily as it is not harmful to humans. Here are some pictures of the control panel for reference. Here I am explaining about what is control circuits, how it works and how the control system is designing. First of all, we need to know about the components that use in the control system. Details of commonly used components in the control system are given below. Control relay. Control relays are electromagnetic devices that control the current in the main circuit. The controllers of other devices operate through this relay according to the command from the control circuit. A switch inside the relay is opened or closed to control power to flow through a contact. As the coil of the relay is not directly connected to the switch, it can control high voltage then control power. The picture given here illustrates internal circuit of the relay. Supply to the contact points are not linked with relay supply. The control relay is the most important part of the control components. Contactor. The contactor is an electrically controlled switch used to switch an electrical power circuit. The contactors are designed to connect directly to low or high load equipment. The contactor is operated at 23440 volts through a 2448 volt coil controlled by a control relay from the control circuit. Add-on contactor blocks. Usually, a contactor has only one auxiliary available other than its power contacts. If the control system requires more auxiliary contacts to the circuit, add-on auxiliary blocks are used to the main contactor. Add-on blocks are available in 2 and 4 contacts and shall be possible to attach easily to the main contact. These contacts will be operated along with the main contactor. Timers, on delay, and off delay. The timer is an integration of an electromechanical output relay that works in conjunction with the control circuit. Electronic controlled timer also available for different purposes. Variable operating time and method is required in different types of equipment. The off-delay timer is used to give the signal to operate a device when after power is turned off in the control circuit. The on-delay timer is used to provide a signal to another device after power is turned on in the control circuit or give a delay to start the operation of the device. Under-voltage relay. An under-voltage relay operates when the voltage that flows through a relay's coil falls below a predetermined value. The relay contacts trip the circuit when the voltage decreases to a certain level. Voltage relay. A voltage relay operates when the voltage that flows through a relay has changed from a set value. Voltage relays protect loads against overvoltage and voltage surges, voltage stability and wrong phase sequences. Phase failure relay. The phase failure relay monitors phase sequence, phase break and undervoltage. The output relay is energized when all 3 phase voltages are present and the phase conditions are correct. Control switches. On-off push button switch. This push button is used to control the equipment. 3-position selector switch. Used for auto manual selection in the circuit. 2-position selector switch. Used to switch off the system. Emergency stop switch. This switch uses to stop an equipment instantly. Cable holders. Cable holder to sack the cables used in the control panel. Indication lamps. Indication lamps are using to provide status information about functions. Terminal blocks. Terminal blocks are providing to connect power and signal cables to the circuit. DIN rail. This rail is used in control panels to fix all control components. All components using in the control panel has available with DIN rail mount type. Fuse holder and fuse. This is used to protect the control circuit. Electrical panel. Part 14. Control system explained. In the last part, we learned about the important usual components that using in the control circuit of the electrical panels. There are many other components also using in the field in the stream of a control system. Here given some components that are using in the field related to controls. Limit switches. A limit switch is using to control the moving of the equipment. For example, motor-operated equipment needs control to stop and start when it reaches a predetermined duration or destination. There have fixed a limit switch to control the power of the motor for the requirement. If a room light to be off when the door is fully closed, there uses a limit switch at the door for these purposes. All types of limit switches have 2 positions such as normally close and normally open to connect and reconnect the power to the equipment. Details of different types of switches are given here. Limit switch for door. This switch is used to operate a device control with the door open and close. Limit switch for moving machine. This is used to control the movement of a moving device. Limit switch for pressure control. This switch is used to control the equipment which is operating under pressure. Foot switch. Single operation foot switch for on-off and the acceleration of equipment. Foot switch for double operations such as forward and reverse movement and on-off as well. In this part, we have to go through the details of controls and their working method. It is very important that to get general knowledge regarding the design is about the control system prior to going through the portions. Here I am describing how a control circuit is designing according to the requirement. Every control circuit has individual logic and it would be the route map for the preparation of a control. First of all, we will start with a control circuit with simple logic which is commonly used many places. The system with simple control logic. One motor needs control to do the start and stop. This is called direct online starter. Here you can see the power supply. Control station contains on/off push switches and a contactor and a motor. The off push button will be NC and NO is used in the on push button switch. An additional NO contact from the contactor is provided parallel to the on push button. This additional contact is required to provide continuous power to the motor through the contactor. If this auxiliary connection is not used, the contactor will not hold continuously. Let us see how it works with the circuit given here. The control voltage passes through 21 and 22 of the stop push switch without any interruption because it is normally closed contact. When the on push switch is pushed, the power supply passes 14 and 13 and reaches A1 on the contactor to energize contactor KM1. A2 of the contactor is already connected to the neutral. The contactor will come in open position if you release the on-push switch, because the switch will be back to NO and thus power between 14 and 13 will be stopped. That means the motor shall be in run position only if the on switch shall be kept in the pressed position. As this is not applicable, to solve this issue we have to provide an additional connection through the NO contact of the same contactor parallel to the on-push switch to bypass the power. The additional NO contact becomes close at the same time when the contactor closes. The control power to the contactor will be available through the additional contact, and the contactor remain closed until the off-push switch is pressed. This is only a simple control system for the motors. This is using in the simple starter, which is called a direct online starter, to operate the motor. Next part, we will be learning about the interlocks provided in the circuit for the automatic operation of equipment in the field. End of part 14. We will continue the control system tutorial in the next part. Thank you for watching the tutorial. Subscribe to the channel to get updates and more videos.